First hand, we are both vulnerable. We're in third seat. It is imps. I'm going to scroll through and look to see if we have any match point hands. Okay, we do, so I will need to be aware of that once we get down there. But a bunch of imps boards, so a little bit of our decision-making process would change. Partner opens a diamond. We have an 11 count. This is one of these awkward shapes, of course. I mean, basically the only awkward shape. Well, we could say we're 1-3-3-6 as well, which would also be a bit of a challenge and less than game forcing. And so the question is just kind of like, what's the least evil that we can do here? Because the book bid of 2 no trump with a hand like this is maybe okay. It's something that I would consider, but it's not all that attractive because, I mean, for one thing, we want partner to declare the no trump to protect their heart holding, if possible. And also, our club suit has a lot of holes in it, and it might be difficult to set that thing up in no trump. This hand feels a little bit more suited-oriented, but I think something that maybe precision players would do, which obviously it's different in precision. Partner is a limited opener. A lot of precision players would bid 1 spade with this hand because the chances that your side has a game are so low, you kind of just want to find the best part score. And playing a 4-3 spade part score, the 4-3 spade bit parts, words are hard. You know what I mean. Playing a Moisian in a part score and a spade fit with this hand when we have like 22 highs is probably fine. Playing in 4 spades when our partner has a real opening bid and 4-card spade support is probably going to be a disaster. In a spade contract, we would kind of want to set up the clubs if we were going to get anywhere close to 10 tricks, and that's just going to be very challenging, and we probably don't have an entry to get back here once the clubs are set up. So it's still possible that 4 spades could be the right game. Partner could have an excellent diamond suit and a little bit of protection against getting tapped themselves, like singleton jack or 10 of clubs might be enough. But I think overall, we would rather play this hand in either diamonds, clubs, or no trump if we're getting to the game level. Now at imps, because we are focused mostly on getting to games, and we kind of don't care if we get a little bit overboard sometimes, but we do want games to have play. There are a couple of bids that come to mind as rather sensible on this hand. I think those bids are 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, and 2 no. Both of these are angling at a game contract, or all 3 of these are angling at a game contract. They all show that we have, well, values. I mean, 2 clubs is certainly an overstatement of our values. But 2 clubs kind of overstates our values, 2 diamonds overstates our diamond length, and 2 no trump kind of overstates our hand type, in a sense, just because we're unbalanced. And I think, again, most importantly, is I really want partner to be the one to declare the no trump. That seems relatively important to me. So I think I'm going to pick between 2 clubs and 2 diamonds, and I also have a strong sense that most other experts would not consider 2 diamonds with this hand because they just don't. They would pick 2 no trump over 2 diamonds is how I would put it. And I think 2 diamonds is actually a pretty good bid. I do believe that if I choose 2 diamonds, we're going to get a very low score in the bidding contest, which I don't really care about. I'm trying to come up with what I think is the right bid, not try and win the bidding contest. I don't really care about the points. I want to talk through interesting bidding problems. So the thing that I really like about Two Diamonds is that it conveys our strength, where invitational are better. It conveys that, and you know, it conveys that we have some sort of hand that has some interest in playing the contract in diamonds, as opposed to a major suit or no trump or whatever. But our partner's first objective is not going to be to try and play 5 diamonds with whatever hand they hold. And if it is, it might even be okay. Because if partner has like a 6-card diamond suit with a singleton spade, we might be able to ruff a couple of hearts in our hand, pitch a club loser on the ace king of spades, and end up making 11 tricks there. Whereas in no trump, maybe the opponent's lead and set up hearts. We have to lose a club trick or something, or a diamond trick, and then they just run the heart suit against us. So even if partner's insistent on playing in diamonds, it might not be the worst thing in the world. But the main point is that when we make an inverted minor bid, our partner is going to first search for 3 no trump, which is the lower level contract that we could play in. And then if 3 no trump doesn't seem appealing, then they could start searching for 5 of a minor. So, all right, how do I actually feel about scoring 0 points on the first bid? Because I'm very convinced that Two Diamonds is just not going to be among the panel's choices here. Two diamonds, 2 clubs, or 2 no. I mean, all are reasonable. Like, honestly, I think the more interesting bidding problem here probably comes on the next round of the auction, depending on what we choose. Like, if we bid 2 clubs, great, we're game forcing, but we still have to decide how we want to steer the contract. Are we going to steer it towards no trump? Are we going to steer it towards 5 of a minor? Similarly, if we bid 2 no and partner then corrects to 3 diamonds or something, or 3 clubs, I guess 2 no has the least least sort of decisions to make afterwards. But I'm gonna bid 2 diamonds. I mean, again, I don't think any of those choices is necessarily wrong on this hand. So personally, I would score all of them the same for this board. I would give 1 spade pretty low marks, but that would be a distant 4th choice. But yeah, I do expect that we'll probably get approximately 0 points for it. Anyway, it's obviously just a questionable hand type that always comes up in these bidding contests, and maybe if you studied the results of these bidding contests, you could gain a bit of insight into what the expert community believes. Either way, Eric says, if got this in real life, would do 1 spade for fun. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of stream, but like precision players would auto bid 1 spade with this hand. And I think it's probably the correct thing to do. But playing a 2/1 style, which I think we are, I think 1 spade is pretty bad. At match points, it's a lot different. At match points, I think 1 spade is actually okay. But at imps, I think you just get into way too much trouble with hands like this by bidding a spade. Unable to steer the auction later. Well, the problem is once you bid a spade, you can't steer the auction. I mean, you're playing in spades now. So if partner has a fit. All right, hand 2. We are... What is happening here? Oh, the opponents are playing precision. Okay, I figured it out. So we're in second seat. We are vulnerable. Our right-hand opponent opens 2 clubs in front of us. Precision. 11 to 15, 6 clubs, or possibly 5 clubs, I guess. 2 spades on our left, non-forcing, with spades. Partner overcalls 3 diamonds. And it comes to us. And we have this 10 count, no spade stopper, but we have clubs stopped. I mean, I think the only real question is, what does three hearts mean? And I mean, I'm going to say that this is, again, I feel like I've said this every time in the past that I've done this bidding contest, but they don't give us any system agreements, and then they base their answers on how many of the experts believe undiscussed that certain agreements are in place. And this is something that I think the bridge community does very poorly, where and I've experienced this when I played with like other pro players in the past, where they have this sense that there is an expert standard even though there's no actual agreement in certain auctions. And so they believe that your partner should be able to just work out what your bid means. And this always, I mean, this never sat right with me, where you were supposed to, without agreement, understand what artificial bids mean in certain sequences. So here, what do I think three hearts should be? Well, there are two options, right? Three hearts could be showing a heart stopper and asking about spades, or it could be natural with hearts. Those are the two choices. Well, if we had a natural hand with hearts, a lot of those hands would have overcalled two hearts over two clubs. Meaning, there's a very small subset of hands where three hearts would be, where we wouldn't be able to overcall two clubs, but would now, after partner has bid three diamonds, want to show hearts. And so, for that reason, I think three hearts should show this hand. This hand should be, I'm asking about a spade stopper. And so partner with a spade stopper shouldn't bid three no. We might be asking about clubs. They should bid three spades over three hearts. But like, this is very nuanced, right? So even though I can work through this in my mind and come to the conclusion that, like, at least in my opinion, this is the only logical choice for a three heart bid, I wouldn't do this at the table, undiscussed with a partner. So this is a spot where you and your partner should have agreements about this stuff, and otherwise you want to remove the strain from partner. Eric says, undiscussed bidding three spades. See, I'm kind of nervous about both of those choices, because I mean, the bid I'm going to make is 3-0. So I think 3-0 trump is probably the most practical choice, and that's what I'm going to do on this hand. It might work out poorly. We might not have a spade stopper, but, you know, partner must have more than ace king jack of diamonds and the king of hearts. That's not really a three diamond overcall vulnerable. So, I mean, probably. I guess a lot of it also depends on partner's style for the three diamond overcall, because given that it's imps, I mean, we're vulnerable, they aren't, so it's not as important to get a lead direct in. Like, if we think that South was going to rebid 2-0 and West was going, or North was going to raise to 3-0. So I think three diamonds should show real hand, especially at these colors. Our side does have a game. It is most likely to be a no trump, because otherwise in a diamond contract our club suit is worthless. So we'll just trust that partner has spades stopped, or that they lead a club at trick one, and that we don't have to worry about spades from there. I think 3-no trump makes a lot of sense. Like, the concern with three spades is the same with three hearts, although it's a little bit safer, because we bid three spades and partner bids four diamonds. I mean, they might think we're showing a spade stopper instead and asking about hearts. But anyway, I'm just bidding three now. I think it's a very sensible and practical choice. I don't even really consider this a bidding problem, although I would love to bid three hearts if we had agreements about it. Hand three. Let's take a look. Both vulnerable. right hand opponent's the dealer, imps again, a club on a right, and we have this hand. I mean, again, and this has always been my issue with the RealBridge bidding contest, is that they don't give agreements, and this is a position where agreements are important. I feel like if we think about this bidding contest in the light of, this is a guy who's just trying to poll a bunch of experts and get their opinion on what agreements make sense in these scenarios, then that's actually pretty reasonable. And I think that's honestly what's happening with these contests. So score-wise, it's kind of irrelevant. The scores don't matter. But the question here then is therefore, do experts think that it's important to show both of these suits, or do experts think that it's important to just get their lead directional one diamond overcall off and then be done with the hand? I think vulnerable at imps, you should really be pushing for games, and so you should show your shapes if you can. So to me, this is just kind of an automatic 2 no trump bid, but there are a lot of people, like Ron Smith, for example. When I played with him, he would never think of overcalling 2 no trump with this hand, and he would be very adamant that like anyone who overcalls 2 no trump should be like punished and like sent to the coal mines. And like, that's okay. It's okay to have these polarized opinions. What about a 1 heart overcall? Like, I would overcall heart if we put a diamond into the spade suit, for sure. But if our choice was to essentially make 1 bid on this hand and be done with it, because that's what our hand's worth. We're never overcalling a heart and then bidding 2 diamonds. So if our choice is to show this hand as single suited hearts, show this hand as both red suits, or show this hand as single suited diamonds, I would much rather overcall a diamond than overcall a heart. It would be lead directional, and the opponents probably have spades, so it's unlikely that we're out competing them anyway in either red suit. What's the minimum high card points for 2 no trump? I don't like to use high card points. I don't think I've ever defined high card points in any system that I've played. For stuff, it's just like, if the hand is worth bidding and we have the right shape for it, I would like to bid 2 no trump. So, like, would I bid 2 no trump if I was missing the ace of diamonds? No. But then I also wouldn't be overcalling a heart or overcalling a diamond. I would just pass. My hand's not good enough for an overcall. I think the shape kind of protects you if you have fewer high card points. So if your hand is worth an overcall, then my belief is show shape. I'm sure we're going to hear other expert opinions when we get to the answers. Board 4. North-south vulnerable. That's the opponents. Am I west on every hand? Can't they just make us south? Wouldn't it be so much easier if we were just south in every bridge problem? That I feel really awkward being west. Ooh, I like hand 5, especially its match points. This looks nice. We'll see the auction when we get there. So left-hand opponent opened a diamond. Our partner overcalled a spade and went pass on our right. We decided to bid a no trump. Huh? The opponents are vulnerable. We're not vulnerable. Partner overcalled at the 1 level. We don't have a fit, and we have a bunch of wasted stuff in the opponent's suit. I guess we probably should bid something. I'm just thinking, match point wise, I would probably just pass a spade. I guess our main concern here is that we have a heart fit, right, at imps. And so, because if partner just has a normal 1 spade overcall without 4 hearts, we're not making game on this hand, right? We have too much wasted in the opponent's suit. Our heart suit's terrible. So even if we found a 5-3 heart fit, we're not in good shape. Playing in no trump, the spade suit's blocked. So we would need to squander entries to partner's hand, and again, we just don't have a source of tricks anywhere. Like, we can't really have a game unless partner has hearts. So I actually think I would just bid 2 hearts over instead of a no trump at imps. It, again, might depend on our agreements. If 2 hearts is forcing, I don't really feel comfortable doing that. But if 2 hearts is non-forcing, that seems like a pretty clear bid on this hand, because we're trying to get to game, right? It's imps. You know, we're not... 3 no trump has no play. So I don't know why we're suggesting a no trump game at all. We're just hoping partner rebids 2 hearts, right? That's the only reason we bid a no trump. So, like, why not bid 2 hearts ourselves? Anyway... well, we decided to bid a no trump. Fine, we're here now. We're stuck in this position. Pass, pass. Our right-hand opponent doubles. Okay. I mean, am I supposed to blue card? Is that the question? Like, are they asking if I want to run to 2 hearts or something? I mean, I'm not running, right? Playing in spades is obviously bad. We once again have no idea if partner has a heart fit. Right-hand opponent has a penalty double of spades, right? That's what's going on here. I don't know. We might be making this. And, like, if we run to 2 of a red suit, we have no confidence that partner has a fit anywhere. So I don't really understand the question. I guess the question is, do we redouble? But redouble sounds like rescue to me. I mean, I'm just gonna pass, but this is very confusing what the bidding problem is on this hand. Okay, well, we've passed. Good luck to us, right? I mean, it's not so clear that the opponents have a suit that they can attack. Obviously, clubs would be best for them to go after, but West might lead a diamond, West might lead a spade. And I think both of those are okay for us. We can try and set up hearts. All right, board 5. I was excited. We're 7-5 in the black suits. There's a lot of preemption going on. So pass on our left. Partner opens a diamond. 3 hearts on our right. Yeah. Okay. Tricky spot because... if we bid 3 spades, I mean, for one thing, sometimes we miss out on a club fit, but secondly, we might end up in a 5-2 spade fit. 3 spades is going to have at least 5 spades here, but it's forcing, and partner's required to do something if they have a hand that's like queen doubleton, king 4th, ace king 5th, and jack doubleton or something like that. And so partner's probably raising 3. Well, I guess with a Heartstopper, they would probably try 3 now. Okay, give them like queen doubleton, queen 3rd, ace king 6th, and jack doubleton. Now they probably bid 4 spades with that hand. And so we get to an awkward 5-2 fit. So one thing we could do is we could make a negative double. I think we probably should bid our suits. So I guess the question is, do we want to bid 3 spades or do we want to bid 4 clubs? Sorry, not 3 spades or 4 clubs. I think I really don't like 3 spades. So my choices are going to be between a negative double and 4 clubs. We're not playing this hand in no trump, so I think it's probably not so bad to miss out on a 5-3 spade fit. I mean, it is match points, but our hand is very close to being in slam territory. And I mean, if we make a negative double, partner sometimes bids 3 spades with 3 of them. I think if we make a negative double and partner bids 3 spades, now we have a serious bidding problem. We could bid key card, we could bid 4 hearts, we could Q-bid 4 clubs, I guess. But at least we would have started finding a fit. I think I like the negative double. 4 clubs is okay, but I think it's going to be really hard to get back to a spade fit if we bid 4 clubs. So let's start with the double. It's not the end of the world if we miss a 5-3 spade fit, because spades could be splitting badly, especially on this auction. Our basic plan is that over 3 now we'll pull to 4 clubs. And I suppose if we double and partner passes, let's see, how upset would I be? The opponents are unfavorable. We probably have 2 cashers. Partner's gonna have 1 or maybe 2 heart tricks. They'll probably have a diamond trick, so we'll get like plus 200 against our potential game. I think it's going to be pretty rare that partner passes, but possible, just given that we have the 2 aces. And if they do, I mean, maybe we actually turn up with 500 and it'll be a good result. We could probably lead ace of clubs and a club and maybe give partner a ruff. Okay, I like double. Let's lock it in. These hands with like 12 cards and 2 suits are... You just kind of pick something and go with it. And hope that it works out. Hand 6. Alright, we're in first seat. We have passed. Forgot to preempt in diamonds. This time we're unfavorable. Club on our left. Partner makes a takeout double. 4 spades on our right. Sure. It's imps, so we don't really care about bidding 5 hearts instead of 5 diamonds if we're planning to make it. I'm not actually sure I understand the problem here. Isn't this just an automatic 5 diamond bid? What am I missing? For no trump is an alt, but I mean, it's imps, right? Like, again, we don't care about getting to hearts over diamonds. And I'm pretty sure we're saving, although I think there is a decent chance that we could be making 11 tricks as well. But yeah, I actually don't understand this problem. Maybe I'm going to... I'll learn something by reading through the panel opinions, but 5 diamonds just seems clear. I mean, is the question, like, do we think that we could be making a slam? Maybe we should think about that for half a second. Like, let's say partner has the ace of diamonds and the ace queen of hearts. The club finesse is likely losing. Diamonds could even split badly. I mean, okay, I guess it is possible that 6 hearts is the making slam and 6 diamonds goes down, right? But, like, look, I mean, there's preemption. You can't... Yeah, this is just silly. This is just very silly, right? Like, imagine if partner's hand is 3, 4, 4, 2 with the ace of diamonds and the ace queen of hearts. If hearts happen to be 3-3 with the king on side and diamonds happen to be 2-1, we can pull trumps in a heart contract and then run the diamonds pitching dummies clubs and then cross ruff. And we would make 12 tricks in hearts, but in diamonds, we have no way to get rid of our club loser. So we would just lose a spade and a club. Like, yes, I understand these hands exist. But, I mean, for one thing, you know, hearts might be 4-1. For another thing, diamonds could be 3-0. And also partner could just have a different scattering of honors in their hand. I don't know. I'm honestly struggling to see what the what the problem is on this one. We're bidding 5 diamonds. We'll move on. We'll figure out what everyone else says. Okay. This time we are favorable. Our partner opens 2 no trump, and we get a 4 diamond preempt. We saw one of these hands previously in the RealBridge contest many, many months back, I think, where I think our partner had opened a no trump and the player had psyched a penalty double. And we were supposed to work out that our right-hand opponent was a novice, was basically what happened, and I didn't do that. Neither did Larry Cohen, though, by the way, so Larry and I are on the same page. Anyway, here are 2 no trump, 4 diamonds, preempt, supposedly. It's imps. So, you know, we could probably just double and safely collect 200, 500 or something. But I suppose the question is just, let's imagine our right-hand opponent has a lot of the missing diamond honors, maybe even all of them, like ace, king, queen, 9 times in diamonds. We have 11. So partner basically has all of the missing cards. Ace, queen, jack of spades, ace, king, queen of hearts, queen, jack of clubs. We would be making a slam. Okay. So if we're going based on that assumption, and that seems a little bit of a risky assumption to me, because this 4 diamond bid, I'm not even convinced has all of the diamond honors. Like, if East, like, once again, if South had a solid diamond suit, it's not so obvious to me that South would be overcalling 4 diamonds. I think these preempts tend to happen, at least from expert players, on broken suits. Or suits that don't have the ace, which is another consideration. And if partner has the diamond ace, then we can't count on them for the ace, queen, jack of spades, or the ace, king of hearts, or queen, jack of clubs, for example. But let's go along with the bidding contest idea, at least on this hand, which is that I think they want us to believe that our partner has all of the missing high cards. So if that's the case, well, there's a couple of things that we need to be concerned about. One is the defense will probably start ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, and our left-hand opponent will be out. So partner's going to have to ruff with a high card, whether that's spades or clubs. So if partner started with ace, queen, jack, third of spades, and it goes 2 rounds of diamonds, and we ruff with the spade king, we'll go down if spades are 4-0, because left-hand opponent's 10-8, 10 fourth of spades will be promoted into a trick. So it's possible that we actually want to play this hand in clubs. Now, I don't know how we would go about finding out this information. We could bid 5 no trump. Maybe. I'm not sure what 5 no trump should mean. Yeah, maybe it's just a little bit too hard on Disgust to find a bid that actually conveys pick a slam here. So I guess that means let's just bid 6 spades. I can't really think... In terms of contracts I would be thinking about trying to bid, obviously 6 clubs is among them, but I'm a bit worried that 5 no trump might be quantitative. I think 4 no trump is just natural into play. Like, we have a diamond stopper, and it would have been 2-no past 3-no if this guy didn't interfere, but now it's 2-no, 4 diamonds, 4-no. So 4-no trump I don't think can be quantitative, which means I'm a little bit worried that 5-no trump might be our quantitative invite to slam. Although, again, it's a very narrow target. Like, maybe 5-no should be pick a slam. Either way, let's just bid 6 spades. I think that's probably going to be the panel's choice. Last board, both vulnerable. Left-hand opponent's the dealer. It is imps. It goes a diamond past 2 diamonds. Okay, here's a hand where we do have just the question, are we going to get involved? We are 6-5 in the majors, and if so, what do we get involved with? I think the answer has to be yes. Like, we can try and construct a hand, but I'm sure that there are plenty of hands where 4 hearts is just cold. Like, let's say partner has a stiff spade and ace 4th of hearts and out. Yeah, 4 hearts is, like, basically completely cold, and that's a 4 count from partner. So I think we do have to bid, and for that reason, 3 diamonds seems like the clear choice on this hand. So this does not seem like a problem as well. Once again, I'm sure there are a ton of people who are just very pessimistic about these hands. Like, if we bid 3 diamonds, could we go for 1100? Of course. Like, we could definitely be going for 1100, but we could also be missing out on a game, and the opponents actually bid and make game their way, right? So we could have a double game swing because the opponents get to 3 no trump, and partner, say, leads a club from their king 5th or whatever, and then 3 no trump comes rolling home. Anyway, all right, these are my bids. So let's see how we did. How do we get to the answers? Contests 2024. Our bids. Boom. Results. Here we go. Welcome to the final set of 2024. You guys are late. Congratulations to everyone who finishes blah, 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 averaging 70. Okay, let's just keep going. Congratulations also are due to some members of our panel for their achievements in the U.S. Fall Nationals that finished a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas. The star performance during the 2-week festival came from Cedric Lorenzini. There he is. Look at that guy. He looks angry in this photo. He looks real angry. His team won the prestigious Solway Knockout Teams and then led the field through most of the final of the Risinger BAM before eventually finishing 3rd. Wow, that's really disappointing. Actually, yeah, I didn't see the Risinger, so I have no idea who won. Andy Hung's team, that's the Australian guy, right? Mostly from Down Under, finished 2nd in the Risinger. Michel Klukowski and Short Brink were members of the team beaten by Lorenzini's team in the semifinals of Solway, and they also reached the 10-team final of the Risinger, as did Nick Nickel and Bobby Levin. In other events at the Nationals, Jessica Larson finished 3rd in the NABC Mixed. Zia and Migri were members of the team that finished 4th in the 6th session North American Swiss. This month's guest panelist is Daniel Savin from Romania, who won the October competition with a perfect 80 out of 80 score. Daniel is the retired CEO of a tech company based in Bucharest, is a member of the Romanian national seniors team, and the winner of many national championship titles of both teams and pairs. Daniel adds, since retiring in 2021, I've also enjoyed playing a lot of online competitions. Can people read this? Can I make this bigger? Is this better? This is probably better. Hand 5 in this set was sent to me by a member of the top 10 in this year's annual competition, Paul Dubois from California, USA. Thanks to him. If you have a hand that you think would produce an interesting panel discussion, please send me details. Ah, yes. Would produce an interesting panel discussion. So the points don't matter. This is like Whose Line Is It Anyway? Or any other sort of stand-up comedy show. The points don't matter. The main thing is the panel discussion. Glad that they have kind of like snuck that in under the radar in their comments. On 3 of this month's hands, a member of our panel was there when the hand first occurred. Well, that seems unfair. Nice bias. Jill Myers twice and Short Brink were at the table when the deals arose, so their observations may prove enlightening or completely biased because they've seen Partner's Hand. The panel produces a majority vote on 5 of the deals this set, although they also voted for a total of 34 different actions. Okay, these statistics I don't care about. Wonder if the question setter was feeling the Christmas spirit this month, as there are 3 deals that a large number of panelists seem to find rather easy. They said 5, 6, and 8. Sure. Does that mean a cheap 10 marks for competitors too? We'll see. The most popular action chosen by the competition entrants scores 10 on 4 of the 8 hands, and voting with the largest group of competitors in the set scores 60 out of 80. Okay, great. Let's see what our esteemed panelists have to say about this month's hands. Board 1. Yep, here we go. This is kind of exactly what I was thinking would happen. So we will get our marks. We got a 6 on the first one. So this is the board. Eric says, seen hands and only later remembered what you actually played. For experts, it shouldn't happen often. It's true. This was something that I certainly developed when I played chess, which was kind of strong memory of the games that were played, and I think it happens with experience. And then also when I played bridge, lots of hand memory about what happened. Okay, so no surprise to me that the panel mostly chose 2 clubs and 2 no trump. I think these are among the 3 choices that make a lot of sense. I am curious what the one panelist who bid 2 diamonds says, because I think this is seriously a bid worth... Can people... Let me move my camera over here. There, is that better? That's probably better. Yeah, so the panelists mostly bid 2 clubs and 2 no. No surprise. I think those are generally the most sensible choices, but 2 diamonds I think should be seriously considered, and I mostly bid it for for myself because like I just wanted to draw attention to the fact that I think this is actually a pretty good bid. Eric says chess player memories are insane. Hikaru streams remember games from 2011. I mean, right, I can remember bridge hands that I played in high school 20 years ago or whatever. So it's it's definitely something that comes with experience if you like devote your life or a significant portion of your life to playing these sorts of things. There was a video I did a thing with Pete Hollins. I don't know if anyone saw it, but where he pulled a hand that I had played. I mean, granted, it was only like 6 or 8 months before I filmed the video with him, but he pulled a hand that I had played and I recognized it kind of immediately, which was amusing. But that's a great video. You should check out Pete's channel. All right, let's take a look at what people say. Start this final set with something of curiosity. When the deal occurred in Argentina, I saw world-class players respond with 6 different bids, and our divided panel also came up with those 6 choices. However, almost 2/3 of competition entrants clearly thought this was one of my Christmas gifts, and they kicked off this set with a 10 marks. Okay, we waited till December for a hand on which the competitor's average score was as high as 8.8 out of 10. Amazingly, what I thought was a really tough problem turned out to be the highest scoring hand. Who'd be a question setter? Let's hear what the panel had to say. So a lot of support for no trump. I think we'll look at some people whose opinions I probably respect a bit more. One no trump, Lorenzini. This hand is too weak for game force. 9 points in the majors is okay for no trumps, despite only 4 cards. Let's see. Zia, 2 no trump. 1 no would be okay, but I prefer 2 no if that's natural and invitational. The opponent's silent, partner must have some hearts. It's pretty likely our left-hand opponent could have hearts, but they've kind of been shut out of the auction. Right-hand opponent didn't overcall over a club or a diamond. Wang, I don't know who this guy is. 2-no trump. Marty Bergen, 2-no trump. Not a textbook example. He's already thinking about his next bridge book. Brink says 2-no trump and natural bridge. I think this is the best option. 10 to 12. This actually, so Brink is one who I think I've seen in the past has had really, really solid opinions. That's been my, he has well thought out ideas on bidding, it seems. 10 to 12, no major, and a hand suitable for no trump. I mean, exactly. An ideal example hand for the textbooks. All right, so he and Marty are not going to write a book together. Good to know. Let's see. Jill Myers, 3 clubs. Everything's a lie. Would bid 3 clubs, which we play as natural invitational. I think this bid is really bad. But I think this is something that, Gibb might do. So, Jill and Gibb could probably play together. This is actually really funny. Jill held the East hand at the table, and her partner Carrie did respond 3 clubs. So there is partnership harmony. But honestly, Jill probably remembers the hand, is the thing. So that seems like a little bit unfair. She might just be bidding the thing that her partner does, or that her partner bids. She even kind of alludes to it with that sentence. Hanoi Rodon is a panel member. We were just talking about this guy the other day. All right, we'll skip him. Larry Cohen, 1 spade. I had a club in with my spades. This looks like the best lie. Was Larry a precision player? He played with Berkowitz for a while. I think they did play precision, right? I actually don't remember, but maybe someone else knows. But yeah, I mean, for precision players, I think 1 spade is clear and automatic. Robson says 1 spade, awkward in 2/1, but spades could play quite well if we do end up there, and if we don't, 1 spade will probably work out pretty well. It's true. If we don't end up in spades, 1 spade actually is going to do pretty well. Man, people can't see. Hold on, let me see if I can move stuff so that people can see the text a little bit better. Can I? Let's see. What if I did something like this? Is this better? Maybe this is better. There's a giant black thing partway around the screen. That's fine. Okay. Deweese says 2 clubs. Not really enough, but since the alternatives are flawed, I'll borrow a point or 2. Okay, there's a 2 diamond bidder. Andy Hung. Okay. And finally, what about an inverted diamond raise, which was the option chosen at the table I watched in Argentina, but more of that later. Interesting. 2 diamonds. Nothing's perfect. I could potentially downgrade this to 1 now. Don't really want to miss out on a vulnerable game. No experience with responding in a 3-card major, so I'll make do with an inverted raise, planning to rebid 2 no if opener shows a weak no trump. Reasonable. Wait, planning to rebid 2 no if opener shows a... he's trying to play system here, where 2 hearts over the inverted raise shows a weak no trump. Fair enough. At the table in Argentina, partner had Queen 10 third, doubleton. So we were missing the entire heart suit. Ace King Queen 10 sixth, 10 doubleton. So it turned out that the hand did not belong to your side at all. 5 diamonds was a good save over 4 hearts, and at some tables, getting there pushed the opponent's overboard to 5 hearts. I'll leave you to decide which response is most likely to achieve an optimum result. That doesn't matter, right? One example. Perhaps a game forcing 2 clubs might even shut out your vulnerable opponents, although, as we will see, an inverted raise did not do so. As we will see, an inverted raise did not do... Oh, they're referencing the later hand where the auction starts, some inverted raise, and we bid 3 diamonds, board 8. That one. All right, hand number 2. here we go. So this was the one where they had the precision 2 club opener. We passed with our 10 count. Left-hand opponent bid 2 spades, partner bid 3 diamonds, and it came past to us. We do earn full marks for 3 no trump. I don't think that's surprising at all. This does seem like the most practical bid that is going to score us some points on this one. So, whoop, boom. There we go. 3 spades was up there. There were quite a few 3 heart bidders as well. We had discussed that. Pass has nothing going for it. All of the panelists who passed should be kicked out for next month. And then there's some other choices that were chosen by the competitors, people who sent in entries to this one. The panel produces a majority choice, although I wonder whether that is because many do not have the methods to do what the second largest fraction tried to do, i.e. ask for a spade stopper. See, this is the thing. The panel produces a majority choice, although I wonder whether that is because many do not have the methods to do a thing. Well, you could have told us if we had methods to do the thing, right? So again, right, like if the entire panel had decided 3 hearts was the bid, because that's asking for a spade stopper, then, I mean, we would have all done that instead of bidding 3 no. But anyway, here we are. Bergen says 3 no, hoping that partner has spade stopped. Other people, Larry Cohen bids 3 no. If North leads his spades and they run the suit, I'll take the blame. I'm picturing something like, you know, a hand with some diamonds, some hearts, and some spades, which seems very reasonable. 3 no, with spades unsupported, I'll gamble partner has a stopper. North may not lead one anyway, thinking we have a stopper. If you've shown a stopper in the bidding, you don't need one in the play. Hugh Kelsey. Nice quote. The player who held these cards in a Venice Cup match is consistent with what she did at the table. I mean, again, we were just talking about hand memory. Obviously, Jill remembers this hand. 3 no. I suck it up and bid 3 no. I'd rather go down in 3 no than miss a game. Obvious. There's no raise, so I'm playing partner for a spade card. Seems somewhat clear. Okay, Deweese here says 3 spades, asking for a stopper. I don't like the agreement that 3 spades shows a stopper for various reasons. Reasonable. This auction is one of them. If 3 spades would show a stopper, I would pass 3 diamonds instead. That seems insane. I mean, I think he's missed the point. But maybe, again, that's because he believes the 3 diamond overcall could be on very little values, which I don't believe. Andy Hung says 3 spades asking for a stopper, usually implying that I have clubs covered. It's good that my black suits aren't reversed. Zia. Okay. Zia says 3 spades. I have no idea what this means, but we are red versus white, so it must be a serious bid. Hopefully, partner looking at a decent spade holding will work out what I need. However, I won't be surprised if pass is the winning option. It's true, like, it could be that we don't have a game and we just need to play 3 diamonds, but I think that's way too pessimistic at imps. Lorenzini, our French representatives come up with an idea that regular partnerships might like to discuss. Lorenzini, 3 hearts. This should show that I hold club stoppers and not spades. Agree. That's kind of what we talked about. I hope to play 3 no if partner can stop spades. Then there's this agreement. I don't know who these people are, but 3 hearts, difficult and undiscussed. When the opponents have bid 2 long suits, it is logical that the Q bid shows a stopper and asks for a stopper in the other one. But with only 2 bids available, we want to keep the same logic. So 3 spades would ask for a club stopper, 3 hearts for a spade stopper. That also seems reasonable. Brink passes. He says, no spade stopper, no quick tricks. Going plus is usually a good idea. That's really interesting. You know, again, I think he doesn't always come up with the right answer to these problems. I do think 3 no trump is pretty clear, or moving forward on this hand. But his idea that he thinks it's important to go plus on these sorts of hands, and this guy wins a lot of world championships, is something worth considering. All right, what happened? Partner held, ace jack doubleton, queen jack third, ace jack sixth, queen double. Oh my god. What is this 3 diamond bid? Oh. Oh no. Partner, did you realize you were vulnerable? Oh, this is disgusting. What does partner even have? They have... Is this 15? It is 15. All right, maybe they have to bid, but God, this is gross. Okay, good news and bad news. The spades were what we hoped for, but perhaps the diamonds were not. With South holding 10 doubleton, so the opening bidder holding 10 doubleton, 3 no trump can be made even on a spade lead. At the table in the Venice Cup, the defense gave Jill Myers an easy ride with club lead and continuation. In the other room, East-West played 4 hearts in the Moisian, going down 1 for a game swing to the Americans. Go USA. Look at us go. All right. Here we go. Hand 3. We get 6 for 2 no trump. Not surprising. I'm shocked and appalled that 1 heart got scored better than 2 no. I think in terms of ranking, there's like a diamond and 2 no trump, and then a heart is like somewhere down here. I know it's off camera, but my hand is continuing to go down towards the floor. So, I guess this is just due to the fact that some panelists bid a heart, but this is insane to me. If you give it spades and diamonds, I think a spade has a lot more going for it than a heart. But here, once again, it's imps, so we don't really care what suit we get to. And the opponents have spades, so they're always going to outcompete us. So showing hearts as opposed to showing diamonds doesn't make any sense on this hand. But we'll see what people say. Competitors... Oh, I need to mark. What did we get? We got 6, right? We have 6. All right, the competitors are split fairly evenly between 3 choices on this hand, which with almost a third claiming top marks. By contrast, on hand 1, this time it was the panel who decided it was more clear-cut, and they just produced a majority choice. Let's start with the smaller fractions on the panel. Deweese says 1 heart. I'm still interested in finding a 5-3 heart fit, so I'm not prepared to bury them by overcalling a diamond. Looks like he didn't consider 2 no at all. It's probably... just he doesn't think the hand is good enough for 2 no trump, which is fine. Larry Cohen also says 1 heart, not willing to commit to 2 no, but also not willing to give up on a potential easy 4 hearts by chickening out with 1 diamond overcall. I don't understand the 1 heart overcalls. It really just doesn't make sense to me. We're never playing this hand in 4 hearts. I don't think. Anyway, 1 heart, an unusual 2 no is a bit rich, vulnerable. However, I'm not going to ignore a 5-card major to overcall diamond, so 1 heart it is. All right, Marty Bergen bids 2 no. 5-5 come alive, colors are for children. Brink bids 2 no. 5-5 come alive. Maybe they will write a book together after all. We'll see. Playing with Seb, so that's his regular partner, Sebastian Driver. I could overcall 1 no, showing 5 diamonds and a 4-card major. Perfect for getting a diamond lead without losing the heart suit. Jill Myers says 2 no. If I bid a diamond, I lose hearts, but I have an incredibly ragged heart suit to bid 2 no. I'm not so happy for a heart lead if I overcall heart, nor do I have enough to overcall 1 heart and then bid diamonds. Just another hand I hate. Sounds good. All right, let's see what everyone decides. Zia overcalls a diamond. I'll treat the hearts as a 4-card suit. Lorenzini, a diamond. I'd better bid the most important suit. Smiley face. Important. A diamond and hope partner bids hearts. I mean, true. we still don't get to play 4 hearts on this hand because the opponents have spades, but I guess it's fine. We can always hope. Robson, a diamond. It's either a diamond or 2 no trump. Thank you! Someone who has some sense. Finally, the only person who got to the actual point of the hand. It's either a diamond or 2 no. With LHO likely to hold spades, the diamond lead is of paramount importance, not to mention that lousy heart suit quality for 2 no trump. I'm so on board with this. He might have even convinced me that a diamond's better than 2 no. But 1 heart is just so bad on this hand. Who are the panelists that need to get removed for next month? Deweese, Cohen, Hung, David Bird, and whoever these people are. All right. Hopefully they never show up again. All right. What does he say? This hand comes from the open round robin in Argentina, although I recall almost exactly the same problem in the seniors team's final in Wuhan, with the same outcome. This time, partner had 3-4-3-3 with 14. In the Vugraph match, 1 West overcalled a heart and reached the obvious 4 hearts for 620. Wow. We really did, huh? I guess the opponents never got spades in. That seems crazy to me. 2 no trump would also have achieved the desired result. The other West overcalled a diamond. East jumped to 3 no trump. Oh, our partner jumped to 3 no trump, which was down 1. A moral victory for the panel's minority factions. How does 1 heart stop them from getting to spades? Wait a second. So partner has a 3-4-3-3 14 count. We get a club opener on our right. So our left-hand opponent has 5 spades. And they never bid spades? Is that what happened? It just went like a club, a heart, pass. And partner was like, okay, I'm going to Q-bid and we're going to get to 4 hearts. I don't understand. How did they not get to spades? RHO is 5116 and decide to go low. Yeah. That's, I guess, it's possible. All right, let's move on to board 4. What have we got? Well, this is awkward. Looks like everyone's running to 2 hearts. But I mean, like, that's a bid I wanted to make on the... Anyway, we'll get into it when we get to the discussion. So let's see. We get 5 for pass on this one. Okay, so there's 2 hearts. There's redouble, presumably for rescue, and then there's pass. All but 3 members of the panel chose to run, with most split between a direct 2 hearts and a rescue redouble, planning to offer partner a choice between the red suits. A third of the competition entrants score top marks for 2 hearts. But the largest group, yeah, competition entrance is such a weird phrase to me. I keep reading it thinking that they're talking about the panel still. This is just people who submit scores. Let's start with those members of the panel who choose to stand pat. All right. Bergen says pass. This may not be our best spot. Cohen says pass. If partner has decent hearts, then 1 no doubled could be fine. If I run to 2 hearts and partner's 5-5 in the blacks, I'm better off passing. He'll surely run to 2 clubs. True. I mean, even if partner's not 5-5 in the blacks, like, it's still 1 no trump could still be best. If partner's like 5-2, 2-4, for example, then we don't want to play a 5-2 fid, I don't think. All right, David Bird, 2 hearts. I will trust South's double and jump out of the frying pan. I mean, I also trust the double, but this was what? This was imps. I mean, even at match points, it matters how many tricks we go down. Like, if we run to a higher level contract, which is what redouble or 2 hearts are doing, we might just go for the same number of tricks. We might even go for more, obviously, if things are splitting badly. I mean, we could save ourselves, but there's a big difference between, 100 and 300. It's 5 imps. big difference between 3 and 5. Anyway, let's see what people keep saying. Zia, 2 hearts. I might have done this before. Thank you, Zia. I also have done this before. Now it sounds like South has some spades. True. Robson says 2 hearts, all in for hearts. Yes, we may belong in diamonds, but I don't fancy going for a few 50s in 2 clubs as I launch a rescue operation. He's basically thinking that redouble might be business, I guess, and therefore his way of escaping to red suit is to start with 2 clubs and then redouble when he gets doubled there. Brink. There's nothing new about a panelist objecting to a bid made earlier in the auction, but in this case I mistakenly thought it was him that made the bid when the hand occurred at the table, which would certainly have been amusing. When I double-checked, it was another genius, Boy Brogland. There are no other complaints, although the same may not be true when you see partner's hand. Wait, there was another complaint. Zia said, I might have done this before. 2 hearts. There were previous complaints. Brink. 2 hearts. Why did I bid a no trump? For me, hearts should be bid. Now I have a different situation, but 2 hearts is still right. I think partner is likely 5-3-2-3. Fair enough. Life is full of disappointments. Nice foreshadowing there by our writer. Bunch of people redouble, which is just going to be rescue. Redouble, I will try to play in red suit, so redouble followed by 2 diamonds. Lorenzini also redouble, 2 suited escape. Choice of red suits. Okay. On this deal from the open round robin in Argentina, partner had what? Oh, God. Eric was correct. Why is partner overcalling a spade with this? Okay, fine. If partner can be overcalling this hand, then rescuing is clearly correct. Rescuing seems automatic. We can't really be playing a no trump with, what is this, 14 highs? Rob's not into the modern overcall style. Yeah, that's what this is. 2 diamonds is your best spot. Redouble gets you there. Table I watch, West bid 2 hearts, but North's Diamond King lead. Let him out for 500 for a 5 imp gain against 630 at the other table. Alas, none of the 2 heart bidders explained why they think their choice is better than redouble. Well, I think they did. I think all of them explained why they thought their choice was better than redouble. They were just like, I wanted to bid 2 hearts on the previous round, and I was not allowed to. Oh my God. Okay. Great. Hand 5. What have we got here? Wow. All right. Board 5, we also get a 5. People like 4 clubs, which is understandable. That was, of course, the other option. 3 spades, I think, is pretty poor. This panelist should be kicked out. Okay, lots of people bid 4 clubs. There are a couple of votes for the negative double. All right, we waited until the 93rd hand to get the biggest majority panel vote of the year from the panel. Indeed, with 19 votes from the panel, there was only 1 lone dissenter. What kind of statistics is this? The guy is like, well, the first 19 people polled only had 1 person who disagreed, and then they had more later. You could have tallied up the votes in a different order and had different... Anyway. By contrast, competitors were divided between the 3 main choices. Just under a third choosing the action the panel thought was my 10-mark Christmas gift. When I was originally sent the problem, the auction was 1 further round on, with East having contributed 4 diamonds after our negative double. Aha. The question was then how to get to a good 6 clubs. A problem indeed. I don't think it's that hard to get to 6 clubs if we start with a negative double. We can just bid 6 clubs at our next turn. I mean, I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but I mean, that's an option. However, I suspect that there would be one or two complaints from a panelist if I stuck them with a double in the first round, hence this problem. And confirmation. Had the panel voted for double, they would face the following up question in a future month, but I guess there's now no need for that. Myers says 4 clubs, bid longest and strongest suit. Zia 4 clubs. It's really easy to bid my long suit, then the next longest. Isn't that called description? True. Lots of 4 club bidders. Lorenzini, 4 clubs. I bid the best trump suit first, and I'll show spades on the next round. Very reasonable. Deweese, 4 clubs. It seems terrible to conceal a 5-card spade suit, but I have to start by bidding my good 7-carder. Brink says 4 clubs. With my regular partner, I can bid 4 clubs showing clubs and spades. Of course you can, which is obviously perfect for this hand. Without this agreement, I still think 4 clubs is best. Always start with your longest suit. It's true. It's true. Robson, 4 clubs. I've got the room to bid both suits, obviously backing in with 4 spades if 4 hearts comes back to me. I think a 3 spade bid here is very pessimistic. Leaving those clubs unmentioned feels very wrong. Larry says 4 clubs. As much as I want to bid spades, that could lead to a silly 4 spades when partner raises with Jack Doubleton. Exactly. I mean, I said Queen Doubleton, but same idea. Some people bid 3 spades. Okay, this guy needs to get kicked out. Let's see what people said about double. Only if partner has 4 spades would I want to be in spades. If he bids anything other than spades, I'm bidding clubs. It seems... I mean, it seems like perfectly reasonable. Wait, was this the match point one? This is the match point one. Yeah, wait a second. Wait a second. Why is it so clear to bid 4 clubs at match points again? 4 clubs Gerber, Brad says. Yeah, maybe 4 clubs Gerber would be important. But how do you distinguish between the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds? That's an interesting question. Our French couple have a sophisticated structure available, but they're persuaded by the form of scoring to show their spades first. Double, our agreements are that double shows 4 or 5 spades, never 6. And the transfer to clubs would be 4 diamonds. Because of the context, we chose to show the spades first. At imps, we would show clubs. I think that's a pretty reasonable thing to do. At the table, partner held, Jack Doubleton, Doubleton, Ace Queen Jack 9 6th, King Jack 3rd. With the diamond finesse working, but South 2740, you could make only part scores in spades or diamonds, but 12 tricks were easy in clubs. Partner would raise 4 clubs to game, and you would surely take a shot at slam. What happens if you show spades first is anyone's guess, but Larry's concern that partner may raise 3 spades to 4 is certainly a valid one. I mean, over the negative double, partner's going to bid 4 diamonds, I guess, with this hand. And then we will bid 5 clubs, and then we'll see what happens from there. So yeah, maybe 4 clubs directly makes things a lot easier on this hand because partner raises, and then we just gamble on the slam. But it is match points, after all. Partner could have had a similar hand with a singleton club. And then... and 3 spades. And now we want to be in 4 spades, despite the 5-3 fit. Anyway. I think it's very close. Obviously, the panel did not. Also, I think a lot of panelists are imp players, rather than match point players. I don't know. Do we have any match point players on the panel? Larry Cohen, maybe. He bid 4 clubs. On board 6. What have we got? We bid 5 diamonds. I don't even remember this hand. Oh yeah, this hand was just like easy and straightforward, and I couldn't imagine doing anything else. Let's see what other people have to say. The panel offer 3 choices, but with a big favorite that... what were the 3 choices, by the way? For no Trump, I don't understand that bid. We'll get an explanation. I know Eric has tried to explain it to me, but I still don't get it. Double. What? What is double? Double's penalty. Wait, what? Hello? Oh, okay. I guess I understand double. Double is imagining that double is not an imp bid. Double's more of a match point bid than an imp bid. I think 5 diamonds is just absolutely clear at imps. Double is, I think we're not making anything. And so I would rather take my shot at defense. But the way imps works, because the, logarithmic scale, or the scale that if we get more points, then we get more points. We get more imps. Double is playing for basically like this hand to be like, either they're making 4 spades, or hopefully they're down 1. We double and we collect, maybe down 2, and we double and collect a small plus score. And we're hoping that we aren't making anything, because otherwise we would have a vulnerable game that we miss. But it has to be somewhat close to equally likely that we're just making a vulnerable game, and that they are also making 4 spades. So for imps, the decision tends to be clear in those cases, which is if you don't know who's making what, you should be bidding the thing. Or bidding one more, is generally the idea. So, because I mean, we can easily construct hands. Like, what? I constructed a hand where 6 hearts was cold? I think we need to take a shot at least bidding game. Okay. What do people say? The issue with that argument is that it's recursive. Which argument? Did I give a recursive argument? Oh, 5 diamonds, 5 spades, 6 diamonds. Okay, but at some point you don't believe that you're making it that level, right? Like, I think we could be making 5 diamonds. I think it is unlikely we're making 6 diamonds. So if they bid 5 spades, I would double. But yeah, I mean, fine. You could have the silly, like, 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 hearts, 2 spades, 3 hearts, 3 spades, 4 hearts, 4 spades auction, double all pass. Fair enough. All right, who have we got? Robson, 5 diamonds. I confess I would probably have opened 1 diamond, as I prefer to bid my hand at low levels than guess at the 4 or 5 level. Agree. Second choice is 4 no, but I do have a big preference for diamonds, plus I want to declare to protect my ace queen of clubs. That seems reasonable. I think that's a bit less important. We're always getting a spade lead on this auction. Unless West is void in spades, or left-hand opponent's void. A number mentioned the positional advantage of bidding their long suit. 5 diamonds, need to protect the clubs. We passed with this hand at the start. Yeah. It's not that unreasonable. I mean, I don't mind this in a bidding contest, because I don't think most of the field would be opening a diamond. Like, I would prefer to open a diamond, but if it's not in our style, that's okay. A large percentage of the field is also not opening a diamond with this. Deweese and Brink. 5 diamonds. Double's probably the normal bid, but I can't bring myself to do it. Interesting. 5 diamonds. 6-4, bid 1 more. I don't really see an alternative. Maybe double, but in the long run, I know that bidding works better with 6-4 shape. Reasonable take. That his experience says 6-4 you're supposed to bid. Whilst a couple considered and rejected in an alternative route to the 5 level. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, who bid 4 no Trump? Get this guy out of here. What is he doing in this competition? Lorenzini, 4 no Trump, showing 2 places to play. Oh no. Guys. What is 4 no? What are they doing? Okay, wait. Hold on. Let's back up a second. Because is France one of those countries where a takeout double doesn't show like takeout shape? Because if partner could be like 4-4-2-3 for their takeout double of a club, then yeah, we probably want to play this thing in hearts. Is that even true? Maybe we still want to play it in diamonds. I don't know. It's a lot closer. If partner could be 4-4-2-3, then I think we do want to bid 4 now. Maybe, probably not. I think this is just stupid and silly, regardless of what our agreements are. Eric says, this is 2024. Who even cares about takeout shape? True. Yeah. Back in ancient history times, last year, people had no idea how to make takeout doubles. Larry Cohen decides to double. Let's see what he says. I'm afraid to commit to the 5 level. His partner might be 3-3 in the reds. That would be very disappointing holding. Even if he has 4 hearts, it could be too much to handle. Double doesn't preclude him from bidding with shape. Opposite a typical 4x1, there are 18 trumps, and law of total tricks says we'll be okay defending if there are approximately 18 tricks. Okay, how's this going to work? So let's see. 4 spades, there are 18 tricks, and we're contracting for 21. So if we're making 5 diamonds, they are down 3 in 4 spades. Is that what's going on? I don't think it's so clear that partner has 4 spades. I actually think it's a lot more likely that partner only has 3 spades on this auction. Our right-hand opponent did bid 4 spades. So it has to be a lot more likely that spades are like 8-3-1-1 around the table than like 8-4-1-0 or 7-4-1-1. I don't know. It's definitely possible. I think this is probably a little bit of a flaw in the argument, but otherwise this seems okay. Let's see. On this deal from the women's round robin in Argentina, partner had 3-4-3-3. Okay. At the table I watched, West doubled, and of course East was quite content to pass. She was perhaps less content with only plus 100. 5 diamonds is an easy make, just losing 2 trumps. 4 no trump presumably leads to 5 hearts, which is more of a challenge with trumps 4-1. Well judged by a large portion of both the panel and competition entrants. Okay, I didn't get the problem. I think double is maybe the second best choice, but 4 no trump just seems crazy to me. Like anytime partners 4-3 in hearts and diamonds, we end up in a 4-4 heart fit, which could be very uncomfortable, as opposed to the 6-3 diamond fit. Okay, hand 7. This one, here we go. We decided to try the practical 6 spades. I would like 5 no trump to be pick a slam, but again, I wasn't confident that that's how it would be interpreted. 5 spades is actually a cute and interesting try. Yeah, 5 spades is very interesting. I don't think 5 spades is going to do what we want. Because partner, we're assuming, right? Partner has ace, queen, jack, 3rd of spades, or 4th. So partner's always just raising 5 spades to 6. They're never going to bid 6 clubs. But I think it's cute. Partner's never passing if they have the hand that we think they have. All right, what did we get? We got 9 on this one. So, what all happened? I love how like 1/3 of the people who entered the event bid 4 spades with this hand. Like, was that going to be their plan if it hadn't gone 2 no trump 4 diamonds? They were just gonna like transfer to spades and drop partner at 4 spades? I don't know. Okay. This is easily the most contentious of this month's deals. I don't think it's necessarily contentious. I think everyone is doing the same thing, at least from the panel's perspective. The panel offers support for 6 different actions with no single option garnering even a third of the votes. You can't play 6 spades doubled if you don't walk the dog there. You also can't play 6 spades undoubled because no one's going to bid. 2 choices each gain the support of almost a third of competitive blah. Okay. We also set another record from the year with only 2% of competitors collecting maximum marks. That's the 5-no bid. More than 3/4 bid their longest suit at some level, so let's start with those. Okay. Deweese, 6 spades. This feels about right. 6 spades trusting south. See, again, I do wonder if we're going to bring up that reference to the previous hand that they had done along similar lines. Lorenzini, 5 spades, showing a better hand than 4 spades would. Question from author, what does the jump to the 5 level say about diamonds? I don't know. I think this is probably our way to invite slam. So I don't think diamonds gets brought into the picture with this bid. At least not in an undiscussed manner. If we had some sort of agreement about it, then obviously 5 spades would either show or deny a diamond control. But without an agreement, I think this is our only way to invite slam. Yeah, someone also says inviting slam. Jill Myers, this must be a slam trying spades. I think with the diamond control, fine. You know, she probably has agreements about it. There are some people who bid 5 diamonds. No one we care about. No offense, Andy. Larry Cohen, 5 no trump. Planning to pass 6 clubs, I would too. Convert anything else to 6 spades. Picture something like ace doubleton, ace king fourth, ace king third, queen fourth. Whoa. Whoa. Oh my. So Larry is actually believing that they have a normal diamond preempt. Effectively a hand that doesn't have solid diamonds. See, I'm actually very curious about this thing. Because this to me seems like the exact same hand as the previous one where the person made a penalty double of a no trump and they happen to have like 7 solid diamonds or whatever. I think it's crazy to put that hand and this hand in the same thing, in the same sort of bidding contest, and then presume that they're going to have different hand types. So I'm very curious to see what the author says, because the author seemed very adamant that we should be playing the overcaller basically, or the penalty doubler for solid diamonds in the other instance. And so that's kind of what I was going off of when I made my plan of bidding 6 spades. But okay. Brink says 5 no picks slam. If partner bids 6 hearts, I'll correct to 6 spades. If you bid 6 clubs, I will know that I did the correct thing. I like how he doesn't follow it up with like, I will pass 6 clubs. It's true. You now have a decision. Do we pass 6 clubs or bid 6 spades? I mean, obviously we pass 6 clubs, but only Zia isn't interested in playing in 6 clubs. 5 no trump. I think 5 spades should be forcing in competition, but in absence of agreement, I bid 5 no, then 6 spades over anything. I'll make a grand slam try if his bid is 6 clubs. Oh, Zia. Never change. Never change. Robson. Double. Takeout. But should partner convert, I think we'll get at least 800 when we have a slam. Obviously, things are screwy as the vol versus non-vol south is not crazy. It wouldn't be surprising to find LHO with queen jack 10, 8/5 of spades, so committing to spades feels wrong. All right, partner held. Ace queen doubleton, ace king queen fourth, queen and 1, queen jack 5th. 6 clubs and 6 hearts in the 4-2 fit were both easy makes. But as Larry feared, 6 spades went down on a 4-1 trump split. Yeah, unfortunate. It would be nice if we could figure that out. I guess queen doubleton of diamonds is about as much as I could have expected partner to have in the suit. I don't know. I mean, absent agreement, I don't think I can bid 5 no. That's just how I feel about it. Obviously, the panelists believe 5 no to be pick a slam pretty clearly. I think it should be, but I would not be comfortable doing it. without agreement. All right, last board. We get 10 for 3 diamonds. Again, I think this just once again falls under this blanket of we don't know who's making what at Imps. Both sides could be making a game. So it's really important for us to get involved in the auction, even if we might end up going for more than the opponent's game. So 3 diamonds seems pretty clear. Doubles, I think, okay. Double is like this bid where you're kind of limiting damage because you're not committing to the 3 level, and a takeout double makes it a lot harder for the opponents to go after you. Although, obviously, partner might bid clubs, and you could end up at the 3 level anyway. But 2 hearts I really hate. Pass, I think, is okay. But those are kind of the options. Finish this year with another Christmas cracker, which close to half of competitors collect top marks. The panel offer 4 options, but there is a big majority. 3-level Cupid may look overly aggressive on the shapely 8, but would you not want to get to game facing as little as doubleton, ace fourth, 3 small, 4 small? I mean, that was basically the hand I constructed. I said singleton, ace fourth, and anything. This is also just as good. Let's see what the Hawks have to say for themselves. Lorenzini, 3 diamonds, both majors. True. Zia, 3 diamonds, a ridiculous bid, but one that always seems to manage to emerge unscathed. Zia, unlike most of us, does not have perfect hand memory. Zia only remembers the hands that he can tell stories about the next day. He completely forgets all the ones where he gets doubled and goes for 1100 and against the opponent's part score. But prudent players would bid 2 hearts. No, they wouldn't. Get those people out of here. By the way, it's not disclosed whether South's 2 diamonds was game force or limit plus. It was limit or better. Oh my god. Indeed, I rarely use 2 hands from the same deal together, but at the table I watched, East held hand 1 of the set. East held hand 1 of the set. Let's scroll back. I'm curious. We'll get the info. This one? Ah! Oh my god! Wait a second! Wait a second! Okay, like, fuck this guy. So at the table, they did bid 2 diamonds inverted, and he gives it, like, no marks. This guy is terrible at running a competition. So biased. Oh my god. All right. Okay, so this was the hand. Cute, huh? All right, let's go back. Board 8, here we go. Blah, blah, lots of 3 diamonds. Robson, 3 diamonds. Ah, breather to finish. I suppose you could make a case for bidding 2 hearts or 3 hearts and suppressing spades. Probably not. But we could easily have a save, make, and 4 spades, so I'm going to show my 2 suitor. I expect most of the field will too. Brink, 3 diamonds majors. Maybe both sides can make a game. Exactly. This is the whole point. Maybe both sides can make a game. Deweese, double. I really want to know partner's longest major. Sometimes their longest major is clubs, though, which is a problem. Larry Cohen, pass. Cowardly. Maybe 10% of the time I miss a game. That seems like an underestimate. But if there is no game, why get involved tipping them off in the play? At the table in Argentina, short passed. Wait. Oh my god. Okay. All right, that was worth it for the final reveal. So Brink passed at the table and then backed into 3 hearts. His partner with Doubleton, Ace Jack 10 fourth, Jack third, King Jack fourth. What a hand! How did that happen in an inverted auction? We have 18. So I guess the opponents opened an 11 and responded on 11. I guess that's reasonable. At the other table, it went 3 diamonds past 4 diamonds, and this hand bid 4 hearts. I think probably a good bid. On a good day, scoring 170 and 3 hearts might cost only 1 imp. If teammates can find the cheap save in 5 diamonds doubled. However, that's not so obvious, vulnerable, having forced the opponents to guess at the right level. All right. Who won this week? Miguel Villas-Boas got his 2nd win and 3rd podium finish in the second half of the year. Zia and Joey Silver scored 77. Daniel Savan, 75 out of 50. These were all the panel results. What did we end up with? We have not a great set. 40, 55, 61. Did we beat anyone? We did! Oh, look at us. Man, we're so good. We're bringing up the bottom of the standings.